brothers wait, looking to make their move in the quest for the championship. Every point counts. It's the excitement of NASCAR racing from Bakersfield, California, and it's next. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bakersfield, California. It's the Mesa Marin Raceway, the Lucas Oil 150, 150 laps of racing. I'm Mike Hogwood along with Bill Parsons. And down on pit road, it's Brett McMillan, standing by with the guy who wants to win a championship.
He hasn't been in front at the finish of a race yet this year, but he's in front in the point standings with just 2 races to go. Augie Vidovich, how big was this one for you?
This race is very important to us from point spread, and I'm going out to win, but I also got to keep the big picture in my mind.
2 races left, Bill Parsons, and here's how they stand.
109-point lead for Augie Vidovich right now. All he has to do is just stay clean, try to get a good top 5 finish, and keep a gap.
Well, let's take a look now at how they will line up. Now, they inverted the top 6 qualifiers, and that means that Thomas Martin and Jim Pettit II are on the first row, and Dan Holmes, Kevin Vernon will start on row 2.
Row 3, Bernie Lamar, second last time out at Phoenix, and Rodman, he's actually our pole winner, 5th pole of the year. Bob Lyon and Eddie Mckeon round out in row 4.
David Gillin has 5 wins this season, more than anybody else, and there's Augie Vidovich starting alongside Jason Jefferson.
There's our second place point man, Eric Holmes, and Danny Burson, the runner-up right now in the rookie battle. There's Doug Mcconnell, 3-time winner here at Bakersfield, and MK Kanky, his first start of the season.
Nick Lynch's brother Scott's having quite a year on the Winston West Series. There you see Scott Calvin and Rick Rosbarski.
Tommy Fry makes his 3rd start of the year, and Steve Bolletto was 4th at Tucson. Steve Johnson makes his 1st start of the year, and Ben Walker, 17th, his best earlier this year.
There you see some of the provisional starters. There were 2 starters who made it in this field, Brandon Loverock and Keith Spangler, by way of a last chance race. Now let's take a look at our race analysis.
150 laps, 75 miles, 17-degree banks in the corner, 7 degrees on the straightaway. High bank, fast half-mile oval.
Should be some race, always is here at Mesa Marin. As you can see, the field is bunched up, and the green flag is out. We're racing here in Bakersfield, and it's that yellow 21, Thomas Martin. Going to be interesting to see how long he can keep that car up front.
Great jump right there on the inside. See Jim Pettit get a little bit sideways coming off the corner there. But the thing about this racetrack, 2 distinct grooves. You think you want to be on the bottom of the racetrack? The top of the racetrack is extremely good. A lot of guys think there'll be a lot of passing done on the top of the racetrack.
Thomas Martin holding on to that lead, but boy, he's gotten a little bit loose coming out of that 4th turn several times. There he does again.
Looks like the blue car, 3rd in line, got into the wall a little bit coming up the corner. That's Kevin Vernon, the 51. Very, very minor contact, I think, though.
Vernon has been running up front last couple of races.
Kevin finished 2nd earlier this year at Irwindale last time, about 3 races ago.
And there is Thomas Martin out of Auburn, California, and Pettit wants to make a move on the outside in that 03. Pettit, who is in that top 5 in points, and oh, they touched just a little bit.
And there's that outside group working for Jim Pettit. You know, Jim was our runner-up point man until a couple of races ago, lost that 2nd position, trying to get back. Oh, we got it.
Oh, there's one car that's out of shape.
Oh,
it's the 98.
boy.
That's Bernie Lamar. Bernie Lamar, who thought he had a great chance to win this race, and he is in trouble early down on pit road. What a tough break.
He made some pretty hard contact with the inside wall there. Bernie finished 2nd at Phoenix last time out. See if we can take a look at what happened here. Look at the top of your screen. He got bumped there. Almost corralled it, got into the grass, lost control of it, hit the inside wall fairly hard with the left front corner.
Short track racing, it often happens in the early laps as the cars try to feel each other out. And Bernie Lamar hits the wall hard. About ready for the restart here. What a tough break for Lamar, as you mentioned, has been having a fine second half to this season.
Jim Pettit's going to lead him down for the restart here.
You know, Jim Pettit's a guy who really would love to win here, who's had some disappointments, got 1 win this season, but has been knocked back to 3rd in the point standings. And he gets a pretty good jump, couple car length lead here.
Kevin Vernon, the 51 car, the blue car, all over Thomas Martin in the 21, trying to take over the second position.
Jim Pettit out of Prudendale, California.
He's not out of this point battle. He's only 139 points coming into this race. Look at Eddie Mckeon on the outside. We talked about that outside group coming in, Mike. It really is.
Well, Mckeon looking strong. Pettit still leading. Mentioned Pettit won a race. He won at Stockton earlier. He was second here on this racetrack earlier in the season.
Eddie Mckeon working on... Whoa, look at Kevin Vernon get sideways in the 51 car off of turn number 4.
Some great racing here. The 19 is Eddie Mckeon out of Jerome, Idaho.
You know, it's obviously nighttime here. Now, these guys practice and qualify during the day. It's extremely hot out here this time of year.
Look at that!
Whoa.
Oh, in trouble is Pettit. Pettit spins around.
I'm not sure if he has a left rear tire flat. I don't know exactly what caused that caution flag there.
You saw the sparks come in. Well, that left rear is completely flat.
Definitely a left rear tire. You can see that tire going flat while he's spinning. That thing was low, got in the corner, he lost control of it, and the tire, all the air came out of the tire almost immediately.
And what a tough break for Jim Pettit, who was leading this race, but a flat tire has brought him down on pit road. Eddie Mckeon now takes the lead.
Great point pressure by the Sharks on this penalty kill. Chris Wilson, and he's hammered by Rapp.
Interfering goes on in this series. Might be hearing bells after that hit by Brad Stewart.
Home loans confused Julie. What are points and escrow, she'd wonder. Then she went to Washington Mutual. They explained the process step by step. Now Julie's never confused.
And the answer is
Basal ganglia.
basal ganglia.
I'll take it. And I don't need the extended warranty. So when you say it's not you, it's me, you're really saying it's me.
Exactly.
Do you want that snow pea?
Nice work, Julie. Nice work.
All these CDs have to go, so we're giving them away. They're top-of-the-line editions of brand-name software. Home Depot, Webster's Encyclopedia, Rand McNally, and the American Medical Association, just to name a few. Just pay the $6.95 shipping, and we'll send you $100 in great-name software. Learn secrets of the Home Depot pros, wallpapering, plumbing, carpentry, tile, insulation, and more. Then create your own home on your PC, add walls, carpets, a new addition, and see it in a 3D walkthrough. Create printable maps of anywhere in North America and try restaurants, hotels, and sightseeing stops along the way. Remember, this is free. How about researching almost anything? History, maps, nature, science, geography, and more. How about free medical help, medical emergencies, CPR, drug facts, burns, fractures, cuts, bruises, and essential information for any family. And we're giving it away. And if you call right now, we'll throw in a great $30 typing tutorial. That makes almost $150 worth of software free.
Call 1-800-434-5230.
Back in Bakersfield, about ready to go back to green flag racing. Eddie Mckeon, who was the 2002 champion in this series, will have the lead with the green flag flies. He also won at Tucson this year. Second place at Phoenix, and pretty good jump for Mckeon. Right there behind him is Craig Rodman, who was the fastest qualifier, but started 6th because they inverted the top 6.
That was his 24th career pole. He trails only Mckeon with 27 in the history of the series.
Yeah, Rodman's going to be a guy to watch out for, running 2nd right now in the 2. There's the 51 of Kevin Vernon, and that yellow 21 is Thomas Martin, who started this race out front.
There's Augie Vidovich, our point leader right there, the 59 car, the yellow and red car on the outside.
Bill, it's going to be interesting to see how does Augie Vidovich run this race. Is he conservative?
Whoa,
Oh, there's a spin. That is Dan Holtz, the 23. Also Bob Lyon in the 44 caught up in it.
What a tough break for Dan Holtz. You know, won this race earlier this year. Extremely good. His track champ, former track champ here. Let's see if we can see what happened. They made some contact getting in the corner. See, the 44 just ran into the back of the 23 Dan Holtz as they got into the corner, turned him around, and that probably kept the 23 out of the wall when they hit again, but it put Bob Lyon, the 44 car, straight head on into the wall.
Yeah, we saw Holtz's win in a race we did here on Fox Sports Net, but not going to be tonight. And also Bob Lyon is going to be out of the race as you see him being towed off of the racetrack. Tough break for Holtz. As you mentioned, his only win this season came right here. Although he's out, a lot of damage on that car. Going to be interesting to see how that car performs now with that big dent on it. Let's go down to pit road. Here's Brett McMillan. Brett?
Now here's something you don't see every day. This is the October issue of Muscle Fitness magazine. The Rock is on the cover. There's a race car driver on the inside. It is Dan Holtz. Take a look at this guy. Is he sculptured or what? Race car driver featured in Muscle Fitness. He'd like to be featured in Victory Lane tonight, I guarantee you that.
I'll tell you what, Dan Holtz, not a guy you want to mess with if he gets out of that race car.
If I'm Bob Lyon, I'm going to be gone from the racetrack by the time this thing is over.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Holtz in that car is going to continue on, but you got to wonder what shape it's in as the green is back out here on lap 26 at Mesa Marin. And
I'm sorry, Mike, you see the blue car on the inside. That's Jim Pettit. We saw him have that flat tire. He's now a lap down, so he's desperately trying to get back in front of the leader and catch another caution flag to try to come all the way back around and get back on the lead lap and back in contention.
No doubt Pettit has a fast race car, but Mckeon continues to lead this race in the number 19. Eddie Mckeon, again out of Jerome, Idaho. The 2002 Series champion is not going to win it this year, but he'd love to finish this season on a strong note.
He's got some momentum going right now. He's been 4th, 1st, and 3rd the last 3 times out, so he's done a great job. Really has a lot of momentum coming in here to Bakersfield.
And as we mentioned, only one win this season, that in Tucson. But right now, he's got a strong car early in this race, and I still say watch out for that man running second, Craig Rodman.
31 car Rick Rusbarski trying to get underneath the 14 of Steve Johnson. This is Steve's first start of the year. He's a regular at Stockton 99 Speedway.
Also has run some races here in other series, so has some local knowledge, does Steve Johnson. And Rusbarski, as you said, in the 31.
You see Rick Rusbarski get a little bit sideways coming off turn 2 there. The guys tell me that on the bottom of the racetrack, when you try to get back on the throttle, you spin the wheels because you don't have so much grip on the bottom of the racetrack.
We've seen that from several cars so far in the race today, Phil.
We sure have.
Eddie Mckeon and Rodman content now just to run 1st and 2nd. Rodman doesn't look like he has any designs on taking that lead. Pretty content just to feel it out a little bit right now.
Got a long way to go here. These guys have to save their tires. They're not allowed to change tires unless they're flat on the wheel like Jim Pettit's was. So they really have to save these tires, save some equipment till the end of the race.
Yeah, on a short track like this, you want to make sure you got brakes and you got some tires left when it really counts and it's time to go at the end of the race.
That's exactly right. These guys do use a lot of brakes getting in the corners here at Mesa Marin. Even though it's a high-bank racetrack, it's extremely fast half-mile.
And again, Augie Vidovich running a smooth race, making his way towards the top 5. He's the points leader. You know, it's amazing Vidovich has not won a race this season.
He has been so incredibly consistent, though. It's amazing. He had only finished one race out of the top 10, and that was an 11th prior to Phoenix a couple of weeks ago where he finished 15th. Still a tremendous competitive season for him.
Thomas Martin has been pretty impressive out of Auburn, California. He's in that yellow 21, getting by the lapped car of Pettit right now.
He looks to be on pace for his best finish of the season. 9th right now is his best finish of the season. So if he can keep that thing running up front like he is right now, you see the brakes flowing on Augie Vidovich's car already.
Yeah, that is Vidovich in the 59 right behind Martin. And when you're Augie Vidovich, and I brought up this before that spin a moment ago, you're really going to be cautious about when you pass and how you pass and the moves you make, because the most important thing to him, I would think, is winning this championship.
That's without a doubt. But the nice thing, again, about Mesa Marin Speedway is you can pass on the bottom, you can pass on the top. So you don't have to really knock anybody out of the way or really take any unnecessary chances to try to pass somebody. You have room on this racetrack to do it.
And again, this is the next to last race of the season in this series. They'll head back to Phoenix for the finale. You'll see that right here on Fox Sports Net. And Eddie Mckeon, as you mentioned, he has been impressive lately, and I'm sure he's trying to get himself set up for a a run at that championship next year.
Absolutely. He knows how to run at a championship. Right now, he's currently 6th in points coming into this race, but this is not going to be the year, but he is a former national champion of the Southwest Series and did it last year.
But this is the battle for 4th place, and you see how careful Augie Vinovich is being on when and how to pass Thomas Martin, taking a look down low, and they're just taking a look up on the high side.
Look at that guy in his mirror, though. David Gillin in the 11 car. 5-time winner this year. Incredibly strong season, but had 2 or 3 bad finishes. That's why he's not really in contention for this championship.
Boy, and we have seen Gillin in this series on several of our televised races just be so strong. There he is in that 11 car on the right of your screen.
There's Nick Lynch, the 29 car. Look at Thomas Martin locked.
There's a spin, and that is the 31 of Rick Rusbarski. Also Rodman, Craig Rodman involved, who was the fastest qualifier.
See if we can take a look at what happened here. You see Eddie Mckeon, our leader. See Craig Rodman, the 2 car, getting in the back of him. Now he jumps to the outside, going to try to take the lead on the outside of the racetrack as they drive down to turn number 3. See Eddie Mckeon's right in the middle of the racetrack. Craig Rodman turns down a little bit. They make some contact, and around Craig Rodman goes. Watch this now. Watch that 51 car on the inside of the 19. That's Kevin Vernon, now our new leader.
Kevin Vernon, a hometown guy out of Bakersfield, California. Meanwhile, Craig Rodman's got some catching up to do after this spin. Fastest qualifier now back in the back.
Over 1 million understand its strength. It can improve your energy, your shape. This is Bowflex Power Rod technology, and it can only be found on genuine Bowflex equipment, like the new Bowflex Extreme. Now you can get the results you want, the exercises you need, all at an affordable price. You've never seen this Bowflex before. Pick up the phone, call the number on the screen now, and get the new Bowflex Extreme for just $19 a month. Getting a high-performance body has never been more affordable. Just look for real Bowflex Power Rod technology, proven effective at burning fat and building muscle. Now you can own the new Extreme for no money down and only $19 a month. The Bowflex Extreme is not available in stores. You know you're ready. Let Bowflex help you get there. Call now and get your professional quality Bowflex for only $19 a month.
They know which tires belong on your machine. They know what the writing on the sidewall means.
At Big O Tires, they love tires, they love wheels, and most of all, they love helping people like you save money on tires and wheels. For the Big O Tire store nearest you, go to BigO.com.
For a reputation, you can ride on Big O Tires. Big O. For a reputation, you can ride.
Great point pressure by the Sharks on this penalty kill. Chris Wilson, and he's hammered by Rapp. Interfering goes on in this series. Might be hearing bells after that hit by Brad Stewart.
Weeknights, the biggest stars are on the best damn sports show, period. Yeah! Fire in living color. Please welcome Samuel Jackson. Armin Electra. Shaq. Ashton Kutcher. I'm excited.
It's show business. It's entertainment.
Mike Tyson.
Am I going to say this? Like the best damn sports show?
Yeah!
Tonight on Fox Sports Net.
54321. Weekdays on Fox Sports Net.
Back under green in the Lucas Oil 150. Mike Hogwood, Phil Parsons, Brett McMillan with you. And it is Kevin Vernon, hometown guy out of Bakersfield, California. Phil, this just his 8th start of the season. We've run this our 13th race of the year, and he has won top 5 so far this season.
Strong runner-up finish at Irwindale earlier this year. Kevin Vernon was really a heads-up move there when the 19 and the 2 got together. He snuck by Eddie Mckeon, our leader, on the inside, took the lead, and now seems to be driving away a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin Vernon got a great jump on the restart there, and Vernon is going to be tough to contend with tonight.
got a lap car in between our leader right now. Oh, Eddie Mckeon's up in the wall.
What a tough break for Mckeon, who had been leading this race until that spin when he got in with a little bit with Rodman. And there are other cars who were involved in it as well.
There's Dan Holtz again, the red number 23.
Oh, boy, he's had a tough night. And there's some serious damage on the right front now to Mckeon.
Or hard damage to the right front of that car. Let's see if we can see what happened here. See, they drive down in the corner here. He gets a little bit. Looks like maybe he had a tire go down or something like that because he just turned right.
Shoot right up into the wall like that. Usually, yeah.
Then these guys get together there trying to avoid him on the inside of the racetrack.
Steve Boletto in that white 30 there involved in it. Well, a little bit of a mess on the track. Let's head down to Brett McMillan.
Eddie, you had a great car. What happened?
Yeah, we had a really good car tonight. Wide World of Mats helped us out here, and just a shame that we cut a tire down. Before that happened, our ignition box died. I switched boxes and went into 3, and then the other box died, and I got into Rodman. Rather than getting into Rodman, might have got the fender on the tire, else I picked up some debris. And when I went into one, it just went down and went right in the wall. We hit pretty hard, tore it up good.
Mike, that explains why they made contact, the 19 and the 2 of Craig Rodman. His ignition had quit. When he flipped the switch to the other ignition, that started the engine again, and that's why he made contact with Craig Rodman and sent him spinning early on. But obviously some of that damage may have caused the fender to get on the tire, cut down the right front tire, and in the wall he went hard.
Tough breaks tonight for several drivers who have had a chance to win this race. Kevin Vernon leading, but you think about Dan Holmes, Craig Rodman, Eddie Mckeon, all of them pretty much out of contention for a win. And they all had fast race cars coming into this event. There's Augie Vidovich running right behind Thomas Martin.
The 11 of David Gillin right in his tire tracks.
You know, and I would think these guys, seeing all the trouble that's happened here in this race early, they're being a little bit careful right now.
I think they have to be, especially Augie Vidovich. Now, he has everything to lose by, if something happens to him, he could lose his point lead here. David Gillin, he's got a strong run in the top 5 in points, but probably knows he's not going to win it, so he wants to win another race.
And both Vidovich and Gillin trying to get past Thomas Martin now. Vidovich does. And that's Gillin down on the inside. This is the battle for 3rd place.
See, a lot of these guys have moved up the racetrack there. You see David Gillin trying to make the pass on the bottom, see if he can clear Thomas Martin. Didn't quite clear him there. He was waiting for his spotter to say, hey, clear, pull on up, see if he can get back in the throttle center of the corner. These guys are having, see him get sideways there. It's hard to get the power down from the bottom of the racetrack.
Augie Vidovich without a win this year. Leads the points thanks to 7 top 5 finishes in the 13 races. Gillin, you're seeing on the inside in that 11 car, as you said, Phil, with 5 wins. And late in this season, he has been strong at every racetrack.
He sure has. You saw Thomas Martin. He actually said, hey, there's no sense us running stop by side here. I'm going to back off early, let him get in front of me, and then follow him.
And meanwhile, up front, Kevin Vernon has a lot of fans here. He is from Bakersfield, California. Continues to lead this race, looking for his first win of the season. And there are some folks who hope Augie Vidovich takes his first win of the season tonight. Vernon leads at Mesa Marin.
We asked real mechanics what they think of the new Stanley Professional Grade Mechanics tool sets.
There's no difference in quality between these and the tools I paid a lot more money for.
I think it's a really good quality kit. These were amazing.
It's just a good deal.
They're excellent.
Now, for the first time ever, you don't have to be a professional mechanic to bring home true professional grade tools. Look closely and compare Stanley Pro Grade quality with the leading brand. Stanley tools are double nickel chrome plated, hot forged, and hand turned. And a longer shank for more torque and better accessibility. Even Stanley's patented Easy Latch case comes fully assembled with tools that are ready to get to work. The other brand, don't even go there. Stanley's new mechanics tools are made better to last longer because they're built pro-grade tough, period. During this special limited time offer, log on to StanleyTools.com to receive a rebate coupon worth up to $10 for the name of the Stanley Professional Grade retailer near you. Call or go online now.
If you have a mobility problem and pre-qualify for a power chair, we'll deliver a new hover-round to your home. That's right. Unlike other mobility companies that offer deals too good to be true, our offer is straightforward. If you pre-qualify, we'll deliver a hover-round. At Hover-Round, we manufacture power chairs in the USA. Our complete line of power chairs and motorized scooters are the most comfortable, and they're built to last a lifetime.
Oh, I love it. It's the best thing since the legs.
If you have Medicare or private insurance, our mobility specialist will come to your home and evaluate which Hover-Round is best for you. Over 30,000 doctors have prescribed Hover-Round power chairs, and in most cases, the costs were 100% covered.
It didn't cost me one single penny, and I now have my Hover-Round.
Why settle for a generic when you can own the name brand, a Hover-Round, for little or no money out of pocket? Call now to see if you pre-qualify.
Welcome back to Mesa Marin Raceway in Bakersfield, California. This is the Featherlight Southwest Series, the next to last race of the season. And Kevin Vernon maintains that lead. Boy, he has really looked strong today.
Well, he sure has. There's a shot at the 11 car, David Gillin.
Don't count him out either. Not the way he's run the last 4 or 5 races.
There's Augie Vidovich, our point leader, currently running second in this race.
And again, Vidovich without a win this season, but so consistent.
Kevin Vernon's got a pretty good lead right now. This is the best lead that any leader has enjoyed tonight.
Vidovich has finished in the top 10 in all but 2 races this year.
Incredibly consistent season. Take a look back. There's Thomas Martin, the 21 car right there.
You know, I've been impressed with how Thomas Martin, despite a lack of experience in this series, been able to hang up there with the leaders.
He sure has. He's looking for his best career finish. That's the lap car of Steve Johnson, the 14. Danny Burson, we caught a glimpse of him, and we haven't mentioned him yet. Danny Burson, the 56 car. He's up in the top 5 right now, doing extremely well.
That's Nick Janitis in the 77, and there's Eric Holmes in the 62. We haven't talked about him, but Holmes, he's a guy who's been running consistent all year as well and is second in the points.
That's right. Took over second from Jim Pettit a race or 2 ago. Doing a great job right now. He's running about in the 7th or 8th position. 34 car Doug Mckeon running right behind him.
Now you mentioned Mcconnell, and he's right there at the end of that pack in car 34. He's trying to get into the Toyota shootout. The top 10 in the points get in. He's 11th.
And he's been in the top 10 the last 10 years consecutively. If he does not make the top 10, that would be such an upset and such a shame not to see him in the Toyota All-Star Showdown.
We see Vernon is 7 starts. We told you about that top 5 at Irwindale. It's his 8th start of the season here tonight.
There's Augie Vidovich, again, currently in the 2nd position right now, seeing if he can chase down our leader, Kevin Vernon.
I'm impressed at how Vidovich just running that smooth line. He's done this all year long, so consistent every lap. It just doesn't make a mistake.
Oh, trouble already. Thomas Martin on. Oh, but what a tough break. What a great run he had going. There's the lap car of Jim Pettit.
Both those guys, look, there's a fire coming out of the hood of Martin's car. I think he's going to try to get out of that machine. You see the window vent down. Pettit and Martin started on the front row of this race. They're not going to end there.
Tough break for Thomas Martin. He really looked like he had a probably a career best finish going, and unfortunately not to be tonight.
Thomas Martin out of Auburn, California. His night will come to an end, and it's also a not much fun night for Jim Pettit II.
There's Thomas Martin. Great to see him able to walk away.
When you see a few flames on that race car, you start unbuckling in a hurry.
Without a doubt. That's the last thing a driver wants to see is any flames, that's for sure.
And meanwhile, look at the lead that Kevin Vernon has up front in this race.
Got a great jump on that restart there. There's Augie Vidovich, the 59. He's currently 2nd. David Gillin, the 11, is 3rd. Well, look at David Gillin get way sideways. Oh, got to get into the wall.
Gillin was in the wall. The 01 is also there, Scott Calvin. But David Gillin, and there is another car with a chance to win this race who has fallen by the wayside. David Gillin.
4th place in points. There's Joe Harold. Another guy involved in that accident. Looked like David Gillin just got a little bit high coming off the corner there. Maybe got his right rear tire out in the slick stuff and almost saved it, but bounced off the fence and came right across, right in the middle of all this traffic, and unfortunately, a couple of these guys ran into him.
Gillin out of Riverside, California. Meanwhile, you look at the machine of Joe Harold. He's also a California native.
A lot of damage to Joe Harold's car, that's for sure.
Looks like that nice.
See if we can see him just on the outside of the racetrack. Almost saved it, but ran on the outside wall, then right back through the center of traffic here. The 01 got into him. Then see Joe Harold, the 5 car, made some hard contact with the outside wall. What a tough break for so many of these guys.
And the big name involved, as you said, David Gillin, who has won 5 times this year.
Take another. He got a little bit sideways, tried to correct it. And the time it took him to correct it, he moved up at the racetrack, got into the slick stuff, and then around he went.
You know, that 5 number is really impressive when you consider the fact that nobody else in this series has won more than once.
We get yet another look at it here. So he's right up against the wall and right down through traffic here. Looked like the 01 might have been able to stop, but looked like the 09 of Greg Voigt didn't have as much time to react and ran in the back of him, pushed him into 11 of David Gillin.
Well, we're going to clean it up here at Mesa Marin. Joe Harold looks like he's okay climbing out of that car. He hit that wall hard, as you can tell by that front end. But gets out and apparently is okay, but he's obviously done for the night. And David Gillin will not win his 6th race of the season here at Mesa Marin. We're under caution. Kevin Vernon, Augie Vidovich Jr. out front.
Tired of arguing about which way to go and sick of asking strangers for directions? Looks like you're lost again. What you need is the Autopilot from AAA, the talking road navigator.
I-15 south.
Autopilot is as easy to use as a calculator. Just enter your current location, then put in your destination, and Autopilot tells you the best way to get there. It even tells you the miles and minutes.
2 hours, 35 minutes.
The Autopilot used global mapping technology to store over 100,000 trip routes. Plus, you can also access 80,000 different traveler services.
Shell, exit in 3 minutes.
Look, you could spend thousands for a navigation system, or you can order the Autopilot for just 2 low payments of $19.95. Call now and we'll include this powerful Autovac free. If you're not completely satisfied, return the Autopilot, but keep the Autovac as our gift. Order now.
Order your Autopilot today. Call 1-800-553-9922 or send check or money order for $39.90 plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
I'm loving it, Monopoly, back on my fries. I'm loving it, I switch it up before your eyes. I got the goodies, kid, because I supersize. Now you know that I live with flash. I'm loving it. These things are little, but they just like cash. I'm talking cameras, cell phones, MP3s. Ladies, you wanna hang with me? I got some Best Buy bucks, let's go. Play Monopoly, best chance game at McDonald's.
So we come out the fabulous show live, and I'm like, yo, where my homegirl upon to go? So I two-wayed that chicken head on my Boost mobile phone. Where you at?
I'm in fabulous fly ride, getting my freak on.
Oh, yeah. Break me off some of that, yo.
Let's go, VIP, boo, raise the skirt. Holla back, youngin'.
Those are our patties.
Holla back, youngin'. Holla back.
Where you at?
Welcome back to Mesa Marin in Bakersfield, California. I'm Mike Hogwood. Bill Parsons alongside. Down on pit road, it is Brett McMillan under caution for a huge wreck. And David Gillin involved in it. We told you he was a 5-time winner so far on this series, but not tonight. He's with Brett McMillan.
Well, David Gilliland's been the hottest guy on the circuit, but tonight you may be a little hot under the collar. What happened out there?
Nothing. A couple cars got together and wrecked up there, and there was a bunch of grease sweep down there, and just got a little loose on me, got up in the marbles, and came around on us.
There you have it. But certainly it's not going to put a damper on what's been a great season for him so far.
Well, that's right. He still has the Toyota All-Star Showdown. He cannot wait for that. Talked to him a couple weeks ago, and he just said, I'm so excited. That's one of my better racetracks. I cannot wait to get to Irwindale for that All-Star Showdown.
Well, it's going to be Vernon and Vidovich, 51 and 59, first and second. You see lap cars there on the inside.
The blue car, third on the outside line. That's Danny Burson. Nick Janitis in 4th, and Doug McCown, the 34 car, in 5th.
Doug McCown's run a steady, solid race so far, and once again, Vernon with a great jump as the green is out.
He may have some kind of different transmission or something, because every time, every restart, he has got a tremendous jump.
Well, you see Vernon now, and Vidovich in second, but there's a little pressure being put on him.
Danny Burson has a great run going right now. 3rd is his best finish earlier this year at Tucson. He's runner-up right now to J.R. Patton in the rookie battle.
And this will really help him in the rookie standings. And you mentioned McCown had moved into the top 5. This is going to help him get closer to that top 10 points. Oh, right in front of the camera. Car is in the wall. That is Martin.
Yes.
Or Johnson, rather.
Yeah, Steve Johnson. That's right. Wow, did he hit the ball hard.
Johnson in the 14 is in the wall. And there's Craig Rodman also involved in it.
See if we take a look at what happened here. See the yellow car right there? Looks like he came up, tried to come up the racetrack, and the red car right there, looked like the 09 maybe of Greg Hoyt was there, caught him in the right rear corner, turned him straight into the wall.
And you see Rodman unbuckling. He was the fastest qualifier, but started 6th and really was in trouble all night long.
Listen to this now. This is not going to be fun here.
Ouch.
That's what it sounds like, man.
Yeah, and it feels kind of strange, too, I would imagine.
It feels worse than it sounds, I assure you.
Well, Craig Rodman looks like his night is done. Also, the day is done for Steve Johnson, Modesto, California native. We're under caution once again here at Mesa Marin, and Kevin Vernon continues to be our leader. Points leader, Augie Vidovich, is running second here at Mesa Marin Speedway.
I was this close to filing bankruptcy. My credit card debt was out of control.
I didn't know where to turn.
Are you overwhelmed by debt? Are creditors breathing down your neck? Do you feel lost and helpless? Then do what thousands of Americans have done. Join Debt-Free today.
Debt-free got me out of debt and saved me thousands of dollars.
It's a great feeling knowing I'm helping my clients get out of debt and getting their life back on track.
Debt-Free is a non-profit organization that works with over 50,000 creditors to get you out of debt quickly and easily.
Debt-Free got rid of my high interest rates, late fees, and penalty charges.
You make one easy payment a month. Debt-Free does the rest.
When I explain to a caller how Debt-Free works, I can almost feel the weight lifting off their shoulders.
Debt-Free saved my life and my marriage.
Thanks to Debt-Free, I'll be debt-free.
Debt-Free could save you thousands. Don't wait another second. Gather your bills and call Debt-Free today.
We see Michael. Marine biologist. Architect. Broadway star. Astronomer. Or maybe astronaut. At Microsoft, we started Club Tech with Boys and Girls Clubs of America. So kids learn more than just what computers can do. They learn what they themselves can do.
We're about ready to go back to green flag racing here in the Lucas Oil 150 Featherlight Southwest Series. It is Kevin Vernon, and it'll be interesting to see if he can get that same jump once again over Augie Vidovich, who's running in second. They're on the outside lane.
Looks like Augie's staying with him right now. That's by far Augie's best restart since he's been up in the second position.
Danny Burson running in third place.
Ooh, some contact right there.
Boy, a lap car really causes Burson to drop back just a couple of car lengths.
That was the 09 of Greg Boyd. See, he pulled right up in front of Danny Burson in third place right right there. That cannot make Danny very happy.
I was going to say, that's not, if you're Danny Burson, that's not what you want to see.
That's the last thing you want to see is a lap car up in front of you. Regardless of whether it's a good car or not, you do not want to see anybody not on the lead lap racing with you.
Burson now trying to dispatch of the lap car and having a little trouble, and that means that Vinovich and Vernon are making hay up front. Burson, who started 14th, really has a great run going.
See, the 09 has moved up really what is the groove right now at the top of the racetrack, and Danny Burson trying to get by him on the inside, couldn't quite do it.
Again, that 09, Greg Boyd. And there's Vernon up front. Danny Burson, by the way, out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Kevin Vernon has such a smooth race tonight. We saw him catch the lead on a good heads-up move there when Eddie Mckeon got involved in an accident earlier.
There's Mckeon and Holmes. Points on the line here, but in different places. Mckeon trying to get in the top 10. Started 15th, and oh my, they almost touched. Holmes, second in the points behind Vinovich.
37, Keith Spangler on the outside. He's a lap car. These guys trying to work around. What a great run for Doug Mcconnell. It's good to see him have such a good run. As good as he had always been in this series, his 10th place finish at Mesa Marin early this year, his best. That's incredible.
Yeah. For him to only have one top 10 this season, I don't think he would have predicted that at the beginning of the year. But he'd like to finish on a strong note, and finishing strong would mean getting in that Toyota shootout in the top 10 in points.
There's 62, Eric Holmes. He's had another terrific season.
Holmes with one win.
He had a 28th place finish the first race of the year at Phoenix. Had it not been for that poor finish, he would have really been close to Augie Vinovich right now in the points.
Holmes got up alongside, got a bumper up under Mckeon, then decided to back off. Really make some ground up on him in the turn.
There's Augie Vinovich all over Kevin Vernon, the 51 car. But Kevin Vernon is running the groove. He's running the top of the racetrack. It's going to be hard, I think, for Augie Vinovich to be able to pass him on the bottom of the racetrack.
You're Kevin Vernon. You're from Bakersfield. You've spent a lot of time on this track in several different series. How much of an advantage is that?
I think that's a big advantage. He knows the racetrack. He knows where the slick spots are. He knows where the sweet spots are. He knows that the bottom of the racetrack gets slick. If I stay in the top of the racetrack, it's going to be extremely hard for Augie Vinovich to drive by me.
Well, Vernon sure does look smooth right now. And Vinovich running second. Place not unfamiliar to him. And again, it's just amazing. He has no wins this season, yet continues to lead the points chase with just 2 races remaining here and in the season finale in Phoenix.
Doesn't seem to be able to do much with Kevin Vernon right now. They've had about a 2-car length gap right now. That's how it stayed for the last 2 or 3 laps.
Well, you see the heat coming up off those brakes a little bit. I would think, too, that if you figure out you can run with him, maybe you just want to keep those brakes as cool as possible and wait until the final stages of this race before you really go after him.
We see a little heat out of Kevin Vernon's front brake rotors, but not quite as much as Augie Vinovich. But that stands to reason. Typically, if you're a guy following somebody, you're going to use a little more brake than he is. He has the advantage of being able to float in the corner a little bit, where you have to kind of drive in and have to use his rear bumper as a gauge.
And again, we run 150 laps here. There are no tire changes at all unless you have a flat. So these guys want to conserve the tires, want to conserve the brakes, and be ready to go as we get closer to the stretch run of this race.
It looks like Augie right now is as good as he's been this entire race, so I think he may have saved some of his equipment.
Under green, long green flag run here. Vernon and Vinovich out in front at Mesa Marin.
Think it's hard to lose weight and get in shape? Think you have to go to a gym or exercise so hard it hurts and so long you tire out? Well, think again.
Introducing the Tread Climber by Nautilus, a machine so effective we guarantee results in just 30 days.
In one short workout, the Tread Climber burns twice as many calories as high-tech treadmills.
The secret is the unique dual treadles that let you step up as you move forward, so you do twice the work in one effortless motion.
Get the body you want in half the time.
Now Now you can own a tread climber with no money down and affordable monthly payments. It's made in the USA by Nautilus and is backed by a 5-year warranty.
Just 3 short workouts a week on the tread climber will get you into the best shape of your life.
Check out the next evolution in home fitness, the tread climber. Call now for a free video or DVD, or visit us at nautilusdirect.com today.
Late in the game, we need a big throw. I'm still as fresh as ever. I owe it all to Flex Power.
2-time NFL Comeback Player of the Year. And I owe it all to Flex Power.
Flex Power's unique Flex Zone delivery system goes beyond the skin layer to provide warm, penetrating pain relief to muscles and joints without the medicine smell.
When 6'5" and 6 dudes knock you loose, you're gonna need some Flex Power.
Flex Power is available exclusively at flexpower.net or call 1-866-FLEX-POWER.
This is Sports by the Bay, brought to you by Cache Creek Casino, where winning is everything.
Your season-long destination for everything that is NASCAR. One source, expert analysis, all access. Totally NASCAR, tonight on Fox Sports Net. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, weekdays on Fox Sports Net.
Back at Mesa Marin Raceway, we talked about waiting until it's time to go. It's time to go. Under 10 laps left, and we're going to see what Augie Vidovich has right now, Phil.
If he has anything left right now, Mike, he's got to use it. He cannot wait any longer here, because it may not be that easy to pass if he can make a move and get up beside him. So he's got to try. I'm sure he's doing all he can do right now.
There's the battle for third. That is Burson. And how about Doug Mckeon right behind him? Boy, this is going to help him in that point.
He had a great run off turn number 2 there. He got right off the straight shot, right off the bottom of the racetrack. There's the 62 of Eric Holmes. Right now he's running 5th, our second place point man.
Again, it's the battle for third place. As way out front now, it's Vernon and Vidovich. Mckeon, boy, if he could take third place, it would be a tremendous effort for him. Trying to get in the top 10 in points and qualify for that Toyota shootout at the end of the season.
There's Augie right on Kevin Vernon's bumper. He drove up right on his bumper in the center of the corner. Kevin beat him off the corner a little bit, but you see Augie is really good through the center of the corner. But right now when they get off the corner, Kevin Vernon is able to get on the throttle and pull away maybe a half a car length, but Augie pulls right up in the center of the corner, right on his rear bumper, like right now.
You know, Vidovich really wants to get up there and let Vernon know he's around a little bit.
He wants to worry him. He wants to get in his mirror and worry him a little bit, try to see if he can make a mistake. Augie got a little sideways that time, right, coming off turn number 4.
And that's a sign that he's really putting the pressure on, trying his darndest.
He's doing all he can do as they lap Nick Lynch, the 29 car.
Laps winding down here.
He is so good through the center of the corner. He seems still wiggling, though. But Kevin Vernon, I'm sure, is just taking his time. He wants to stay clean, stay up in the outside groove there where he knows is the best place to be. Augie Vidovich right now his tongue's hanging out. He's trying so hard to get up to Kevin Vernon.
Time is running out in Bakersfield's own Kevin Vernon. Getting closer and closer to that first win of the season. A white flag is out. This the final lap. Does Vidovich have anything? We'll see it right here.
Got a lap car, but got way out of the way. Look at him right on his rear bumper right now.
He's going for it.
Down the bottom of the racetrack.
Got his fender under. He made contact.
More contact.
Vernon spins. He crosses the finish line.
It looked like Augie Vidovich crossed the start-finish line before Kevin Vernon did.
Well, that's going to be a tough call. Who won this race? Was it Vernon? Was it Vidovich?
There was obviously contact there. There's Augie Vidovich right now. He crossed the start-finish line first, so we'll have to see. Sometimes NASCAR's been known. You see the damage on the right front corner of his car. NASCAR will take a look at this and see if they think any action is necessitated.
How about Vinovich? Did he get his first win of the season? It looked like it from here. Boy, Kevin Vernon's not happy with him at all.
They're having a bit of a conversation right now, and Augie's trying to explain to him what happened there. We obviously saw the contact in the center of the corner. They got off the corner. It looked like there was some more contact. Kevin's not real happy about what went on.
What happened was he was trying to win the race, but who crossed the finish line first? It looked to us like it was Augie Vinovich, the points leader, and like he has his first win, but we're going to have to wait on the call from NASCAR for this.
See Augie right on the bottom of the racetrack, kind of slides up in the center of the corner, makes some contact with the left rear corner of Kevin Vernon, stays in the throttle, makes some more contact, kind of eases him out of the way. From this side, look at there. Definitely the 59 car crosses the finish line first.
You look at it again, and
Augie kind of bonsaied in the center of the corner, but he's so good in the center of the corner, made some contact there, and just never got off him. Sent him on around, and around he went, and he crossed the finish line first. But Mike, I'm telling you, I'm getting reports that NASCAR is going to look at this, and they're going to possibly make a decision that could alter the outcome of this race.
There's Augie Vinovich getting out of the car, and oh my, there are some folks who are not happy. And Augie trying to explain, he was holding his line. You know, I'm sure that's what he's saying. I was just holding my line, trying to keep my speed, and now Kevin Vernon, who is going to await the decision of NASCAR here.
Augie was taken out of a win earlier this year in a situation very, very similar to that. So he's been on the receiving end of that also.
Now Kevin Vernon led most of this race, and you see the NASCAR officials who are down there, I'm sure to keep the peace as well as to help make that decision. But it's not going to be an easy call to make. We'll take a look at it again. Vernon and Vinovich on the last lap, and Vinovich had not caught up to him at all until this last lap.
Here they are coming off turn number 4. You see the initial contact, and there's going to be some more contact right there, and it's going to turn Kevin Vernon around. Augie's going to definitely cross the start-finish line first, but NASCAR is looking at this right now. We could possibly have a reversal.
Well, they're going to take their time and make this decision. I think they want to make sure they make the right call. This the next to last race of the year. Who's the winner? Is it Vernon? Is it Vinovich? We'll tell you when we come back.
It's a new era of Warriors basketball. Last season, the Warriors took Bay Area basketball to a higher level. This season, the talented hoopsters return to finish what they started. The Mavericks' Anton Jameson joins an all-star trio poised and ready to take the Western Conference by storm. Mavericks, Warriors, Game 1. Wednesday at 7:30 on Fox Sports Net.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The only show that takes you inside the world of extreme sports each and every weekday.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For breaking news, event highlights, and inside features you won't find anywhere else. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weekdays on Fox Sports Net.
You get more standard features with 21st Auto Insurance, like access to licensed pros 24/7, only OEM parts specified.
Wait, stop. OEM?
Well, if you have an accident, a lot of companies use parts for body repairs that may not fit right. But 21st specifies only original manufacturer's parts.
That I want. Any more?
Oh yeah. Get more. More coverage, more service, more savings. Call 21st Century Insurance Company at 1-800-211-SAVE.
Try as they might, they still can't catch us. The GMC Sierra. Get a Sierra California edition with a light-duty power pack, including 5.3-liter V8, HD trailering, and more. A $2,000 discount. Add the discount to cash back for a total value of $4,500. Plus, GMC will cover your California registration fee increase with bonus cash. See the pros at your local GMC dealers.
Back at the Lucas Oil 150, the race is over, but we still are not sure who won it. Kevin Vernon, or was it Augie Vinovich? A last lap crash. Let's take a look at it, Phil, one more time.
This is real time here. You see Augie Vidovich's 59 car kind of make a bonsai run through the center of the corner here. Make some contact right there. And then some more. You see Augie was a little bit sideways too, so he wasn't in complete control. It looked like maybe he intentionally hit him again, but he was not in complete control.
Phil, we're just getting some word from NASCAR, and the word is that the win is being given to Kevin Vernon, and that Augie Vidovich is being moved to the last car on the lead lap, which will put him in 5th. Brett McMillan's with the winner.
Well, things were wild at the finish. They've been wild after the finish. Kevin Vernon, you didn't cross the finish line first, but now you are the winner of this race. Your first Southwest Tour win. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I just want to thank my dad, Ted Davidson Equipment, my crew, Mark Zakalowski here. You know, he did the setups all day. I want to thank Daniel Smith, because without him, we'd never be where we are today. But yeah, that hurt coming across the line. But hey, I had to keep gassing her up, try to win it. You know, we're gonna crash anyway, so just do what you got to do.
Talk about that final maybe 20 laps with Augie on your tail. How much were you driving with the rear view mirror there?
Well, I always look at my mirrors anyway, but hey, you just got to keep her cool. You know, I've got a million laps around here. Just gotta not choke, you know. And hey, he hit me sideways coming out of the corner. I gave him the top coming around to take the checker, but I guess he wanted the bottom, so that's what happens.
A hard-fought win, well-earned, and it comes here at home.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, we take a look at the results. Kevin Vernon is the winner, and has to be disappointment for Augie Vidovich, but not too bad since he's the last car on the lead lap.
That's right. Well, that's where NASCAR put him, down to the last car on the lead lap. Great run for Doug Mckeon. Good, strong fourth-place run. Eric Holmes gains about 10 points on Augie Vidovich, so it's going to tighten up a little bit as we go to Phoenix.
You know, also, I was impressed with the run of Jim Pettit, who had all kinds of trouble tonight and still manages to finish 10th, just 2 laps down.
Yeah, Keith Spengler went all the way from last to 7th.
Dan Holtz had a tough night. Finished 20th, 41 laps down. Boy, he was knocked all over the place.
Yeah, there's M.K. Kenke, his first start of the season, had some trouble, finished back in 17th.
And David Gillin with 5 wins this year. He also got into the wall and had some problems as well. Well, Brett McMillan has caught up with Augie Vidovich. Let's get his side of that last lap. Brett?
Augie Vidovich across the start-finish line first, but they've taken the win away from you. Your reaction to that?
It's typical. These guys, they don't never make up their minds, but that's the way it goes. We got to play their game if we want to race, so it'll probably get changed around by the end of the night, but hey, it's racing, man. I got next race to go to, and I got a big picture in my mind. So.
Talk about that last lap and what happened from your view.
My view, I got in there deep under him. He wasn't that good off, so I knew I could get under him. I got under him, and I washed up into him, got him in the bumper. He was loose, and he overcorrected and then came back down across my nose, and he spun, but they want to blame on me. That's all right. Got thick skin. Don't bother me.
You still go to Phoenix, the points leader, regardless of what the point total is. So how do you feel going into that last race?
I feel just as confident as I did going into this one. Be good.
Well, a confident Augie Vidovich, and he has a right to be. It's going to be tough for him not to win this championship now.
Got lost 10 points. Still has a 99-point lead going into Phoenix. Pretty comfortable lead there, but he has to avoid having major trouble. If he can just run all day, he should be in good shape.
And there's going to be a big field in that Phoenix race, by the way, so it's not going to be all that easy just to beat.
It will not be a cakewalk. Ken Schrader, Winston Cup star, will be there.
Well, Augie Vidovich, 1 race to go before he can be crowned the champion of this series. Here in Bakersfield, we had fireworks on the racetrack. We got fireworks in the sky. Boy, it was a fun night, wasn't it?
Boy, it sure was. All these great fans that came out sure got their money's worth. That's amazing. What an amazing finish, too, for this race.
And as you said, there's 1 more race to go in Phoenix, Arizona. And this series and this season has been exciting. Will Augie Vidovich get that first win on his way to a championship? It'd be fun to see.
It sure would be. He looked like he had maybe a win tonight, but NASCAR thought differently of that. But again, I'm sure from Augie's point of view, that happened to him earlier this year, and the situation did not get reversed. So I'm sure he's a little bit upset right now.
And our congratulations to the driver of that 51 car, Kevin Vernon. He's the winner here at Mesa Marin. For Brett McMillan and Phil Parsons, I'm Mike Hogwood. So long from Bakersfield, California.